Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and cough cough. And welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. I felt very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is gonna be heavy. Don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might just jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it is just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So the situation's convenient for me. About 10 minutes in class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. Shit! I turn my head to see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that's equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There's no escape."
Hit-chan! Looks like we're together again. Yay, yay!
Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. Damn, why's my throat like this? There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Isn't really the best option, though, sadly.
What's wrong, Hit-chan? Oh, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hit-chan. We're talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to have an answer for us this early, right? Right.
I'm so happy you two were able to have a laugh at my expense. Even more pleased to know that you are both how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks the sign with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there's only two problems. I almost want to say something about a rush to get started is a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there's work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. Looks like she's working alone. Can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Think back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who, Hit-chan?
Her, Hanako. Over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, Hit-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking maybe she could work with us or something.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hit-chan.
Why not?
Hit-chan wouldn't get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but so is that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, Hit-chan.
By now Shizune has noticed our conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha's been signing everything she's been saying this whole time.
What, Shit-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that.
You, said it anyway.
I know, Hit-chan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that all the way she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of?
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hit-chan.
We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. Seem so distracted by it they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the room. Well, it said something about Hanako, but I accidentally skipped over it, so let's just skip that part too. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. They want actual boxed lunches mixed in. And chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of her class on the own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. Guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? What should I do? Well, let's go talk with Hanako. I still feel bad for making a runaway yesterday, so I better say something. Hey there, Hanako.
So?
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and I thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up to me, I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the classroom, but it's so noticeable from close up.
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, it wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened. So are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lily.
Oh, you mean Lily, the blind girl. Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wondering if defining people through their disabilities is a faux pas of the worst kind here, or just normal. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends?
Yes.
As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako was so focused on Shizune, I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she quickly moves to the door.
Lily. Hanako, good morning. Is the president here? Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then.
Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, they'd tell me. It's only my third day here. Should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out this school's little feuds just like my old high school. Even when people are more tolerant of each other, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey, Lily, how are things? Sorry I made you run off yesterday.
Oh my, is that Hasao? I didn't realize you were here.
It seems that Lily's a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. Hasao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so. I'm still trying to work this place out.
Well then, I think you'll find most people here are more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, I'll remember that.
Lily?
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Hasao, but we must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a bit embarrassed. Wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we can accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? I just did that in the wrong voice. She looks at Lily and then she freezes, wide-eyed.
Sure. Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave, all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch! Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who had bumped into me and now fallen down on the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. Former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh-and-bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black, metallic, or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. Maybe because they are artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
She's looking really apologetic, in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realize I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time, but it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay, I said it was fine and nothing's broken, no harm done.
That's good.
So, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Did I load the right state? Someone just bumped into me, nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry.
That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lily. I wanna go.
I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget around nervously like a child caught misbehaving. So cute, I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just... I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised I would pronounce, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I better go change and everything. Before
any of us can say a thing, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off, then? Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, and being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with the thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So is this what you mean by coming here almost every day? Yes. Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that's a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. Excuse me. I take my seat last after Lily poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while my waifu seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seem a bit more flustered than before. Apart from getting lost every now and then and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. Can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to others. I gotta really just take my finger off of the mouse when I'm not... Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging for the two girls' expression, I don't think they're buying it. But in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess it's one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has the things they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone's probably the reason not to befriend them, though I'm guessing Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. Can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. The immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. And that'll be it for this episode. I will see you guys in, next time.